partner and I came out here about 1990. It's almost 14 years ago now, come to think of it. And we looked up and down the mid-coast, and we had no intention of going into the coffee business. We had other things we were doing. And we moved out here and settled and started doing what we were doing, and it didn't work out. And in the meantime, we discovered there was no decent coffee in the mid-coast. And having been born and raised in San Francisco and North Beach, and coffee shops and good coffee and cappuccino and espresso being sort of part of my culture, it was hard for me to do without it. So basically we opened the second Reilley on Main Street in Rockland. This was 11 years ago, 12 years ago now, and it was in self-defense basically. My partner had always wanted a bookstore, and I felt we needed decent coffee, and so we brought in an espresso machine and opened the first espresso bar in the mid-coast. And it's gone from there. When we first moved to Rockland, it was obvious to us that Rockland was the one little jewel on the mid-coast that had some potential. It was pretty rough. It was a real diamond in the rough. When we opened the second Reilley, there were 13 or 14 storefronts on Main Street that were still plywooded up, you know, and the smart money on the street said we wouldn't last, 90 days. People would come in, and as we were fixing up the store, and say, you're never going to make it. And we'd say, thank you very much, and we'd go painting. And here we are, all these years later, and roasting was always in the back of our mind something we wanted to do. We brought in different coffees to Mid-Coast with second Reilley, and we kept getting the best coffee we could get. And as better coffees became available from other roasters, we switched brands and came in. Finally, we had a micro roaster like ourselves down in New Hampshire roasting coffee for us to our specifications. And that was what let us, then we finally took the step and started roasting our own. And so it was a long process, but here we are, and we're glad we're here.